How to waterproof and seal leaking bitumen roofs. Many flat roofs worldwide are originally protected with bitumen membranes. They are subject to extreme conditions and stresses because of their exposure to outdoor weather conditions all year round, 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. Due to the continuous movements of the construction and erosion, the membrane ends up one day by tearing itself apart, losing adherence, and letting the way in to water. It's the beginning of a process that will provoke leakages and lots of damages unless you stop it on time. RD-Elastodeck is the solution to the problem and will give a second life to your roof. A single-component water-based coating, safe and easy to apply, that will limit the risks of having new potential leaks. Applied on a roof, it creates a seamless and elastic rubber-like protection membrane that will solve water ingress issues. With its high flexibility and permanent elasticity, RD-Elastodeck will stick permanently to the surface and follow the dilatation movements of the roof. The new membrane will be durable and highly resistant to different weather conditions, including UV rays, rain, hail, snow, warm, cold, etc. It's worth paying attention that RD-Elastodeck is lightweight. After the application of the coating and once that it's dry, the additional weight on the roof is only about 1.3 to 3 kilograms per meter squared. RD-Elastodeck comes in almost any RAL color and does not necessarily need to be top-coated. However, we also offer options like RD Thermoflex, a white solar infrared reflective coating containing microceramic beads that will improve the reflection of a bigger number of rays and reduce the heat transfer inside the building. The application, surface preparation. The surface shall always be clean, dry, degreased, and free from any loose contaminant. The most popular and fastest way to achieve this is to clean the surface using a high-pressure washer powered at 220 bar, 3,200 psi of pressure, and using a 0-degree angle oscillating tip. This method will remove contaminants, poor adhering old paint, and any other non-adhering elements from the surface. The surface shall be perfectly dry before applying the waterproof system. The application, Applying RD-Elastodeck Waterproofing System. RD-Elastodeck is ready for use. Just stir it mechanically for several minutes. Eventually dilute up to 3 to 5% with water if you are working in hot weather conditions to slightly delay the drying. Using RD roof fleece on the entire surface is strongly recommended as it will make the membrane untearable and very long-lasting. The mesh is perforated to let RD-Elastodeck flow through it. Start unrolling RD roof fleece on the surface and distribute it evenly. The fleece is glued to the surface by rolling or brushing a first coat of RD-Elastodeck through it. Connections between each piece of fleece should have an overlap of minimum 5 centimeters or 2 inches. It is very important to always apply the fleece up to a minimum height of 10 centimeters, 3.5 inches, along the side walls. We also advise to use the fleece in areas such as chimneys, edges, rims or railings, air conditioning units that are sensible areas. Cut the RD roof fleece with sharp scissors to the size depending on the object. Apply it half on the roof and half on the object, then brush a coat of RD-Elastodeck on it. The first layer of RD-Elastodeck is best to be applied by roller when using it on the fleece, but it can also be sprayed using an airless device. You can also brush it on specific areas with difficult access. Let dry for 4 to 6 hours before applying the second coat. This first step takes the most time since you handle the fleece and the paint in the same time. Once the coat is dry, you can apply the following one. The application of the second coat is very fast, and you can use an airless device for faster and more precise results. But using a roller is also a good option, especially when windy. Applying successive layers of RD-Elastodeck avoids having pinholes. When you spray, you can also pass over with the roller immediately after the application by airless to cover any empty spaces created by the tension on some joints. It's the total amount of material applied that matters, not the number of layers, as long as you have a minimum of 2. Applying RD-Elastodeck with an airless device is the most efficient. It allows a fast application of a thick film, together with a uniform, seamless surface with no marks. When applied in favorable good dry conditions, RD-Elastodeck can dry in 2 to 3 hours. The total consumption varies from between 1.5 kilograms per meter squared, 35 feet squared per gallon, to 3 kilograms per meter squared, 17 feet squared per gallon. The roof is now sealed and waterproofed for many years. More information can be found on www.noxan.eu.